You've been lied to. Everything you've heard about energy fields, whispers of mystical auras, cosmic vibrations, and supernatural forces, is a smokescreen hiding something far more powerful. The truth isn't locked in esoteric rituals or ancient traditions. It's embedded in the very biology of your brain, influencing every decision you make, every action you take, and even the people you attract into your life. What if I told you that the most powerful energy field isn't in quantum physics, but inside your own mind? Before you dismiss this as just another exaggerated claim, consider this. Olympic athletes, elite military operatives, and world-class executives all harness a form of energy that isn't visible, yet directly shapes their reality. Mental rehearsal, psychological conditioning, and subconscious priming aren't just buzzwords. They are measurable processes that separate peak performers from the average person. And whether you realize it or not, you are constantly generating and interacting with unseen energy fields. But let's be clear, no pseudoscience, no mystical nonsense. This isn't about carrying crystals or chanting affirmations. It's about leveraging hardwired neurological mechanisms that control the way your mind creates, absorbs, and projects energy into the world. Right now, your subconscious is being influenced in ways you've never considered. Environmental cues dictate your mood. Hidden triggers shape your choices. Subtle patterns determine your success or your failure. And the worst part? Most people never even notice. Everything you thought you knew about mental energy is about to change. In this video, you're going to learn what subconscious energy fields actually are, backed by neuroscience, not speculation. How your thoughts create measurable energy patterns, and why they impact more than just your mindset. The invisible matrix controlling your perceptions, and how to break free from it. The 3-layer protocol used by top performers to control and amplify their mental energy. How to detect and neutralize hidden influences draining your potential. This isn't theory. It's a NOBS guide to mastering your own subconscious energy field. Once you understand the mechanisms at play, you'll never see the world the same way again. Are you ready? Let's begin. Your mind is not just a passive receiver of thoughts. It's an active generator of energy. Right now, your brain is producing electromagnetic signals, shaping your emotions, decisions, and even the way people perceive you. But what if you could harness this energy, control it, and amplify it? Let's strip away the mysticism and focus on what's real. Your brain operates through a complex network of neurons, firing electrical impulses that generate measurable energy patterns. This isn't speculation. It's been observed in EEG, electroencephalogram, scans, neurofeedback studies, and cognitive research for decades. Consider this. Every thought you have, every memory you recall, and every emotion you feel is accompanied by a unique electrical signature. These signals interact with your subconscious, shaping your perception of reality. And here's the crucial part, your brain doesn't just process information. It projects signals outward, influencing your behavior and even how others respond to you. This is where the concept of subconscious energy fields becomes undeniable. Your mental state radiates outward, creating patterns that affect your actions, relationships, and opportunities. But the problem? Most people have no control over this process. You've heard of brainwaves before, alpha, beta, theta, delta. But here's what you haven't been told. Beta waves, high frequency, active thinking, dominate when you're focused, solving problems, or under stress. Alpha waves, relaxed but alert state, enhance creativity and peak performance. Theta waves, deep relaxation, subconscious access, unlock memory processing and emotional healing. Delta waves, slowest, deep sleep, regulate physical restoration and subconscious reprogramming. These are not just abstract concepts. Scientists have measured how certain mental states physically change brainwave activity, altering cognitive function, emotional stability, and even physical performance. And here's where things get interesting. Your brainwaves don't just react to your environment, they shape it. Research has shown that your thoughts create electromagnetic fields that extend beyond your skull. In controlled experiments, scientists have recorded subtle energetic shifts based on emotional states, proving that your mind projects an influence beyond your body. This isn't just theoretical. Neurofeedback therapy, biofeedback research, and even military-grade cognitive training techniques all rely on measuring and altering brainwave activity to enhance mental performance. When elite athletes use mental rehearsal, they aren't just visualizing success. They are creating neurological patterns identical to physically performing the action. The brain doesn't distinguish between real and vividly imagined experiences. That means the thought energy you generate is already shaping your future outcomes. But here's the key: thoughts alone aren't enough. The average person leaks mental energy without realizing it. Negative self-talk, constant distractions, and subconscious conditioning disrupt the natural flow of brainwave activity. Instead of focusing energy into controlled, high-performance states, most people operate in a chaotic mental environment, scattering their attention, draining their cognitive resources, and reinforcing self-defeating patterns. The result? Their subconscious energy field weakens. They become highly suggestible to external influences, emotionally reactive instead of intentional, and stuck in cycles of low productivity and frustration. But once you understand how to control these energy patterns, you can reshape your mental landscape at will. This is where subconscious mastery begins. Next, the hidden influence matrix. Now that you understand the raw mechanics of subconscious energy fields, the next question is, who or what is shaping yours? You're about to uncover the invisible matrix that manipulates your mental energy without your consent, and how to break free from its control. You wake up in the morning, check your phone, scroll through social media, see the latest headlines, and before you've even had your first sip of coffee, your mind has already been primed. Your mood, your thoughts, even the way you interpret reality has been subtly shaped by external influences you never consciously chose. And here's the shocking part. This isn't accidental. Your subconscious energy field is constantly absorbing signals, responding to unseen cues, and aligning itself with forces you're barely aware of. And unless you take control, you're being programmed every single day. Let's break this down. Your brain doesn't process information in isolation. It's wired to recognize patterns, triggers, and associations, often before you consciously register them. This is called priming, and it's one of the most powerful forms of subconscious manipulation. Psychologists have proven that a single word, image, or sound can alter your decisions, emotions, and beliefs without you realizing it. In one study, participants who were subtly exposed to words related to aging, like retired or slow, walked significantly slower afterward, even though they had no idea they'd been influenced. In another, people holding a warm cup of coffee were more likely to describe strangers as friendly compared to those holding a cold drink. Now, apply this to your daily life. Every advertisement, headline, background song, social media algorithm, and news story is carefully crafted to prime you. This is why you suddenly crave things you didn't plan to buy. Why you feel anxious after watching the news. Why you mirror the energy of the people around you. And this is just the surface. Think about the last time you walked into a dimly lit, quiet room. You naturally lowered your voice, didn't you? Or when you heard someone yawn and suddenly felt tired yourself. This happens because your brain is constantly syncing with its environment. Your surroundings don't just influence your mood. They shape your entire subconscious energy field. Cluttered spaces create mental fog. Bright lights trigger alertness. Low-frequency background noise affects concentration. Even the colors around you shift emotional states. And this doesn't stop with physical environments. The digital spaces you consume work the same way. A constant stream of negative news conditions you to expect failure. Social media algorithms feed you what keeps you engaged, often fear, outrage, and controversy. Repeated exposure to certain phrases or symbols programs your subconscious beliefs over time. You don't notice it happening, but your reality is being sculpted by external forces every single second. But the real hidden danger? Other people. Every person you interact with has their own energy field, and whether you realize it or not, you're syncing with them. High-energy individuals lift you up. Negative, draining people pull you down. Authoritative voices reprogram your beliefs, even when they're wrong. This is why charismatic leaders, influencers, and media personalities can shape the thoughts of millions with just their words. They project confidence, certainty, and emotional resonance, forcing your subconscious to align with their energy field. Think back to a time when someone's mood shifted your entire day. Maybe it was a stressed-out coworker, a confrontational stranger, or an inspiring mentor. Their energy field bypassed your logical mind and directly altered your subconscious. And if you don't learn to defend your mental space, you are constantly at the mercy of external influences. The scariest part? Most people never notice this happening. They think their thoughts are their own. They assume their emotions arise naturally. They don't realize their decisions have been shaped by a lifetime of subconscious conditioning. And because these influences work beneath the level of conscious awareness, they never question them. They accept social norms without realizing how they were created. They chase goals they were conditioned to believe are important. They react to triggers implanted into their psyche years ago. But here's the truth. You are either controlling your subconscious energy field or someone else is. So how do you break out? How do you stop being an unconscious participant in someone else's game? You have to start mastering your mental landscape. In the next section, you'll discover the 3-layer protocol that puts you in control of your subconscious energy. The exact techniques used by high performers to reshape their internal state. How to detect and neutralize negative influences before they hijack your mind. Because once you take control of your subconscious, no external force can manipulate you again. Right now, your mind is either working for you or against you. There is no in-between. If you've ever felt drained for no reason, struggled with focus, or found yourself falling into the same emotional patterns, you're not broken, your mental energy is being hijacked. And here's the truth most people don't realize. You don't need more willpower. You need a system. The world's top performers, CEOs, elite athletes, military strategists, aren't superhuman. They have simply learned how to control and direct their subconscious energy fields with precision. They follow a framework. And now you're going to learn it. The 3-layer protocol for mental energy control. If you want to reclaim your mind, you must learn to operate on 3 levels. 1. Shielding, blocking external manipulation before it affects you. 2. Reprogramming, clearing mental clutter and subconscious drains. 3. Amplification, generating high-frequency energy for peak performance. Miss any one of these, and you'll remain stuck in cycles of fatigue, self-doubt, and reactivity. Get all 3 right, and you become psychologically untouchable. Layer 1. Shielding, how to stop mental energy leaks. Before you can generate power, you must stop the leaks. Most people lose energy without realizing it. Here's how it happens. Negative priming, the words, images, and ideas you expose yourself to create subconscious imprints. Emotional contagion, you absorb the stress, doubt, and low energy of those around you. Digital manipulation, social media, news, and entertainment overload your mind with stimuli designed to keep you reactive. Solution, build a mental firewall. 1. Audit your inputs. Every day, ask, did this content empower me or weaken me? Cut out the energy-draining sources. 2. Control your social energy field. If someone leaves you drained, distance yourself. If that's not possible, limit your emotional engagement. 3. Interrupt subconscious programming. Before reacting to anything, pause. This simple act disrupts conditioned responses and puts you back in control. Now that you've blocked the leaks, it's time for the next layer. Layer 2. Reprogramming, resetting your mental operating system. You can't install new software on a cluttered hard drive. Similarly, you can't build a high-powered mental state on a foundation of mental clutter and subconscious limitations. How do you reset your mind? 1. Neural reset technique. Sit still, close your eyes, and observe your thoughts without engaging them. This isn't meditation, it's a mental detox. The more you practice, the more your subconscious clears unnecessary noise. 2. Energy inversion method. Instead of focusing on eliminating negative thoughts, amplify one powerful thought every morning. This rewires your brain to default to high energy states. 3. Cognitive repetition loop. Take a belief you want to install. Every time you catch a conflicting thought, replace it instantly. This rewires your subconscious over time. Once your subconscious is reprogrammed, you can move to the highest level. Layer 3. Amplification. How to generate and direct mental energy. Now you're ready to create energy at will. This is what separates those who live with power and purpose from those who stay stuck. The 3 amplification techniques. 1. Peak state triggering. Choose a song, movement, or phrase that instantly shifts your emotional state. High performers use this before competitions, speeches, or critical moments. 2. Psychological anchoring. Associate a specific physical gesture with your strongest mental state. Over time, this builds a subconscious shortcut to peak performance. 3. Energy looping. Before starting any task, visualize completing it successfully. This tricks your brain into activating the exact neural pathways needed for success. At this point, you're no longer just reacting to life. You are generating your own energy field on command. Now, before you start applying these strategies, you need to be aware of the 3 biggest mistakes that can derail your progress. 1. Chasing willpower instead of systems. Motivation is unreliable. A structured system automates success. 2. Allowing randomness in your mental inputs. Every piece of content you consume is shaping your subconscious. Be intentional. 3. Ignoring subtle energy drains. A single unchecked negative influence, whether it's a thought pattern, person, or habit, can undermine everything. Detecting and neutralizing negative influences. Finally, you need to develop instant detection skills for external manipulation. If a thought suddenly shifts your mood negatively, pause. Where did it come from? Who or what planted it? If you feel drained after interacting with someone, analyze why. Were they projecting doubt, fear, disempowerment? If you feel an urge to act against your best interest, question the source. Is it truly your thought or a conditioned response? Master these 3 levels, and you are no longer controlled by unseen forces. You become the one in control. Next, advanced energy field manipulation. Now that you have a structured framework for mastering your mind, the next step is going beyond personal control and into the realm of energy field expansion. Next, you'll learn how to rewire your brain for long-term transformation, the connection between physical energy and mental power, how to create subconscious anchor points that make success automatic. This is where you stop just defending your mind and start actively shaping reality. At this point, you've learned how to control your mental landscape. But there's a level beyond control: creation. What if you could amplify your subconscious energy field, not just for stability, but for limitless mental power? What if you could install success patterns directly into your subconscious so they operate on autopilot? This isn't theory. It's the hidden foundation behind peak performance, rapid skill acquisition, and even what some call luck. And the key to unlocking it lies in 3 core principles. 1. Neural plasticity, the art of conscious rewiring. 2. The physical-mental energy connection. 3. Anchor points, how to lock in peak states permanently. Miss even one, and your subconscious will default to old patterns. Master them, and you gain full command over your reality. Principle 1. Neural plasticity, the art of conscious rewiring. Your brain is not a fixed machine. It's a living, adaptable system that rewires itself based on experience. The problem? Most people let life do the wiring for them. Every repeated thought, every emotional reaction, every belief, these create neural pathways. The more they are reinforced, the stronger they become. This is why some people seem to succeed effortlessly while others struggle with the same problems for years. But here's the secret. You can deliberately install new neural circuits. The 3-step neural rewiring formula. 1. Identify the default program. What thought patterns are running on autopilot? What beliefs shape your reality? 2. Interrupt and replace. Every time the old pattern fires, consciously replace it with a new, empowering one. 3. Repetition and emotion. The more you reinforce the new pattern, especially with emotion, the faster your brain rewires itself. And the most powerful method for rewiring: mental energy stacking. Instead of trying to remove negative patterns, flood your mind with high-energy inputs. Listen to empowering messages daily. Speak your new beliefs out loud. Associate success thoughts with physical movement. This isn't wishful thinking. Neuroscience confirms that neurons that fire together wire together. The more you engage your brain in a specific way, the more permanent it becomes. But mental rewiring alone isn't enough, because your physical state directly influences your subconscious energy field. Principle 2. The physical-mental energy connection. You can't separate mind from body. Your nervous system, biochemical state, and even posture impact your subconscious programming. Poor breathing patterns keep your mind in survival mode. Low energy levels create subconscious passivity. Muscle tension signals stress to your brain, reinforcing mental rigidity. This is why elite performers obsess over their physical state. They know that to master the mind, you must first master the body. How to align your physical and mental energy. 1. Breathwork for subconscious reset. Slow, controlled breathing signals to your nervous system that you are in control. This instantly shifts you into a high-energy, focused state. 2. Postural correction and movement. The way you carry yourself affects the way your mind functions. Powerful posture equals powerful thoughts. 3. Energy nutrition and hydration. Your brain runs on electrical impulses, and water is its main conductor. Even mild dehydration lowers cognitive function. But the real secret: energy alignment cycles. This is the practice of deliberately syncing your physical state with peak mental states. For example, if you train your mind to enter deep focus every time you sit in a certain chair, your brain will automatically shift into that state whenever you do. Which brings us to the final and most powerful principle: anchor points. Principle 3. Creating anchor points for peak mental states. Right now, your brain already has hundreds of subconscious anchors. You hear a song, and it triggers a memory. You smell a certain scent, and it transports you back in time. These are hardwired links between external stimuli and subconscious states. But what most people don't realize is that you can create these anchors deliberately. And once you do, you can access peak mental states on command. How to install an anchor point. 1. Choose a peak state. Identify the mindset you want to access at will: confidence, focus, motivation, etc. 2. Pair it with a physical action. This could be a specific gesture, a deep breath, a word you say, or even an object you touch. 3. Reinforce it with emotion and repetition. The stronger the emotion and the more times you reinforce it, the more powerful the anchor becomes. This is the method used by athletes before stepping onto the field, public speakers before delivering high-stakes presentations, top performers who need instant access to their best self. Over time, these anchors become automatic. Just like a trained fighter reacts without thinking, your subconscious will shift into high-energy states without effort. The next step: building a lasting mental framework. Now that you understand neural rewiring, physical energy alignment, and anchor points, the final step is applying these strategies in real-world situations. In the next segment, you'll learn how to use these principles for real-world performance enhancement, the fastest way to optimize decision-making at a subconscious level, how to build emotional resilience against stress, fear, and external pressure. Because at the end of the day, The goal isn't just to master your mind, it's to dominate every area of your life. You've now learned the hidden mechanics behind subconscious energy fields, how external forces manipulate your mental state, and the exact protocols to control and amplify your own energy. But knowledge alone is useless. Application is what separates passive learners from those who reshape reality. This is where everything comes together. You're about to discover how to take these high-level concepts and apply them in the real world to supercharge performance, optimize decision-making, build emotional resilience, and dominate social dynamics. Each of these areas is directly impacted by your mental energy field. And once you understand how to manipulate that energy, you stop playing by the same rules as everyone else. The world's highest achievers aren't working harder than everyone else. They're working smarter by leveraging subconscious energy for maximum efficiency. If you've ever struggled with focus, motivation, or consistency, it's not because you lack discipline. It's because your energy field isn't optimized for performance. Here's how to fix that. The 3-phase performance formula. 1. Pre-activation, setting your subconscious up for success. Your brain needs clear pre-signals to engage peak states. Use visualization priming to mentally rehearse success before starting a task. Activate anchor points tied to past high-performance moments. 2. Flow induction, entering high-energy states on command. Use focused breathing techniques to shift into deep concentration. Eliminate subconscious noise by engaging in single-task immersion. Leverage time-boxing methods to sync with ultradian rhythms. 3. Post-performance reinforcement, locking in the mental gains. Review successes immediately after completing a task to reinforce neural pathways. Physically celebrate small wins to strengthen subconscious reward circuits. Reflect on obstacles without emotional charge to prevent negative energy imprints. This is the exact process used by top-tier athletes, executives, and strategists to ensure peak performance isn't an accident. It's an inevitability. But performance is meaningless without the ability to make high-level decisions. Every choice you make is either expanding or contracting your energy field. The problem? Most decisions are made on autopilot. What if you could override unconscious programming and make razor-sharp decisions with precision? The energy-based decision framework. 1. Clear mental noise before making any critical decision. If your subconscious is cluttered, you'll default to fear-based choices. Use the neural reset technique, 5-minute silence and observation of thoughts, to clear distortions. 2. Check for emotional contamination. Is this decision driven by internal alignment or external pressure? If an option feels urgent but not clear, it's likely being influenced by subconscious manipulation. 3. Run the energy projection test. Visualize each option and feel the energetic pull. Does one feel expansive while another feels contractive? Your subconscious knows the right path before your logical brain can articulate it. By following these steps, you stop making choices from a place of doubt, fear, or external influence, and start making them from raw internal power. But even the best decisions are useless if you lack the emotional resilience to execute them. Most people think emotional strength comes from toughness. Wrong. True resilience comes from mastering energy flow. Stress, anxiety, and overwhelm happen when mental energy gets stuck in loops of resistance. Break the loop and the emotional charge dissolves. Here's how. The 3-step emotional energy mastery protocol. 1. Instant state shift. If you feel an emotional reaction building, disrupt it with a physical reset. Move. Breathe deeply. Change environments. 2. Perspective dissociation. Observe the situation as if you were an outsider. This instantly weakens emotional attachment. 3. Charge redirection. Take the energy of the emotion and channel it into a productive outlet. Physical movement, strategic action, or creative expression. This is how elite operators stay calm under pressure while others collapse under stress. They don't resist emotions, they redirect them. And this same mastery applies directly to social dynamics. What if you could influence interactions without saying a word? Your mental energy field doesn't just affect you. It shapes the energy of those around you. When you walk into a room, people feel something even if they can't explain it. This is subconscious energy transfer. The problem? Most people unconsciously absorb the energy of others instead of radiating their own. The social energy dominance framework. 1. Control your internal state first. Never enter a social situation in reactive mode. Set an internal energetic tone before interacting with others. 2. Subconscious energy mirroring. People reflect the emotional frequency you project. If you stay in a high-energy, confident state, others will unconsciously sync with it. If someone is in a negative state, hold your frame instead of matching theirs. This forces their subconscious to adjust. 3. Energetic influence techniques. Use strategic pauses in conversation to create subconscious tension and authority. Control your breathing pace. This influences the nervous system of those around you. Project certainty through micro-expressions and tonality to make your energy the dominant force in any room. Master this and you'll notice something strange. People will start treating you differently without you doing anything overt. Because in the end, real influence isn't about words, it's about energy. The next level, warning signs and protection. Now you know how to optimize your mental energy field for performance, decision-making, resilience, and influence. But there's one final element most people overlook: protection. Because if you don't know how to shield your energy field, others will manipulate it. Next, you'll discover the hidden signs of subconscious energy hijacking. How to detect when someone is manipulating your mental space. The most common energy-draining tactics used in media, marketing, and social interactions. How to build an unbreakable psychological defense system. This is where you stop just playing offense and start becoming immune to external control. At this point, you've built a powerful understanding of how subconscious energy fields influence performance, decision-making, resilience, and social interactions. But here's what most people never realize. Your mental energy is a prime target for external manipulation. Whether you notice it or not, there are forces constantly trying to infiltrate your subconscious. Marketers engineer ads to bypass your critical thinking. Media outlets use psychological priming to shape opinions. Certain people drain your mental energy without you realizing it. If you don't have a system for detecting and blocking these manipulations, your energy field becomes compromised, leading to fatigue, confusion, and loss of control over your own mind. This section will reveal 1. The 5 hidden signs of subconscious energy hijacking. 2. How to detect when someone is manipulating your mental space. 3. The most common energy-draining tactics used in media and marketing. 4. How to build an unbreakable psychological defense system. By the time you finish this, you'll never fall victim to mental manipulation again. The 5 hidden signs of subconscious energy hijacking. Most people think manipulation is obvious. It's not. Real influence works below conscious awareness, which is why it's so dangerous. Here are the 5 red flags that indicate your subconscious is being manipulated. 1. Sudden emotional shifts without a clear reason. If you feel angry, anxious, or drained without knowing why, you've likely absorbed external energy manipulation. 2. Inexplicable mental fatigue. A sharp drop in focus or motivation after engaging with certain people or content is a sign of subconscious programming. 3. Repetitive thoughts that feel planted. If an idea suddenly dominates your thinking, especially after consuming media, your subconscious has been primed. 4. Compulsive agreement with external messaging. If you feel overly compelled to accept an idea without question, it's often due to psychological conditioning. 5. Difficulty accessing clear intuition. When external influences override your subconscious, you lose access to internal clarity, causing indecision and self-doubt. Now that you know the signs, How do you detect who or what is behind it? How to detect when someone is manipulating your mental space. Not all manipulation is malicious. Some people drain your energy unintentionally. Others do it deliberately to control, influence, or weaken your mental defenses. To identify energy manipulators, look for these behavioral patterns. 1. Forced emotional reactions. Do they consistently trigger guilt, fear, or doubt in you? 2. High-tension interactions. Do you feel mentally exhausted after speaking with them? 3. Patterned inconsistencies. Do they frequently contradict themselves but expect you to comply? 4. Urgency and pressure. Do they push decisions before you have time to process? 5. Energy inversion. Do they appear to feed off your mental energy while leaving you depleted? If you recognize these signs, your energy is being hijacked. And one of the biggest culprits? Mass media and marketing. You are not the target audience, you are the product. Modern media and marketing are designed to control your subconscious energy field. They don't sell products. They sell emotions, identities, and belief systems. Here's how they do it. 1. Manufactured urgency. Limited time offers, breaking news, and act now messaging override logical thinking and push impulse decisions. 2. Repetition-based conditioning. Repeating the same messages over and over burns them into your subconscious, bypassing critical analysis. 3. Emotional hijacking. Fear-based narratives keep your nervous system in survival mode, making you easier to control. 4. Social proof manipulation. They use fake consensus, likes, testimonials, influencers, to create the illusion of universal agreement. 5. Identity-based persuasion. Instead of saying, buy this, they say, people like you believe this. This forces compliance through group identity. Once you see these tactics, you become immune to them. But awareness alone isn't enough. You need a defense system to fully protect your subconscious energy. How to build an unbreakable psychological defense system. To stop energy manipulation at its source, you must reinforce your subconscious firewall. Here's how. 1. The mental detox protocol. Every day, remove all external noise for 15 to 30 minutes. No news, no social media, no input, just your own mind. This resets your subconscious filters and prevents external programming from taking root. 2. Energy shielding techniques. Before engaging with media or social interactions, set a conscious boundary. Say mentally, I observe, but I do not absorb. Imagine an energetic shield around you, preventing external influences from penetrating your mental space. 3. The 3-question filter. Before accepting any external information, ask, 1. Who benefits from me believing this? 2. What emotion is this trying to trigger? 3. Would I still believe this if no one else did? These questions instantly expose hidden agendas. 4. Subconscious reprogramming through intentional inputs. Your energy field is shaped by what you consume. Replace low-energy inputs, fear-based news, manipulative ads, negative conversations, with high-energy inputs, strategic learning, empowering messages, and deep thinking. 5. Strategic energy boundaries. Limit exposure to people who drain your mental energy. If you can't avoid them, use emotional detachment techniques. Respond logically, not emotionally. By following this system, you become untouchable. The next level, integration and mastery. Now that you can detect and block subconscious manipulation, the final step is long-term integration. Because real mastery isn't just about protecting your energy, it's about refining and expanding it continuously. Next, you'll discover daily subconscious optimization rituals that strengthen your energy field. Advanced techniques to sustain peak mental states effortlessly. How to measure progress and prevent subconscious backsliding. This is the final stage where subconscious mastery becomes your default mode. You've uncovered the hidden mechanics of subconscious energy fields, mastered techniques to control and optimize your mental state, and built an unshakable defense against external manipulation. But knowledge alone isn't enough. Without a structured system for daily application, everything you've learned will fade, leaving you vulnerable to subconscious backsliding. Most people fail to integrate change because they rely on motivation. Motivation is unreliable. The key to mastery is structured repetition, a system that conditions your subconscious for automatic execution. This is where the integration protocol comes in. By the end of this section, you'll have a daily, weekly, and long-term strategy that 1. Optimizes your subconscious energy field automatically. 2. Prevents old mental patterns from resurfacing. 3. Builds permanent high-performance states with minimal effort. This is the blueprint for lifelong subconscious mastery. Step 1. Daily subconscious optimization rituals. Your subconscious is shaped by what you do every day. If you don't take control of your daily inputs, external forces will do it for you. Here's how to structure your day to reinforce maximum mental energy, clarity, and control. Morning protocol. Priming your energy field. The first 20 minutes after waking are the most critical for subconscious programming. Your brain is in a highly suggestible theta state, meaning whatever you expose yourself to will embed deeply. To start the day in full control, follow this sequence. 1. Mental reset 2 minutes. Before checking your phone or engaging with external stimuli, take control of your first thought. Instead of letting random anxieties dictate your morning, direct your focus intentionally. Example. Today, my mind operates at peak clarity and control. 2. Subconscious activation 5 minutes. Use mental visualization techniques to rehearse your ideal mental and emotional state. Feel the energy of a clear, focused, and powerful mind. 3. Selective input control 10 minutes. Avoid news, social media, or negative external influences for at least 10 minutes after waking. Instead, expose your subconscious to empowering ideas, problem-solving frameworks, or strategic insights. These simple shifts reprogram your subconscious energy field daily, eliminating negative priming and enhancing mental resilience. Midday protocol, energy reinforcement and reset. Throughout the day, subconscious energy gets drained by interactions, environmental stressors, and decision fatigue. To prevent mental depletion, perform a quick reset every 3 to 4 hours. 1. 2-minute mental check-in. Ask, where's my mental energy right now? If it's scattered or drained, consciously redirect it. 2. Energy recalibration exercise. Close your eyes and visualize pulling back any mental energy you've unconsciously given away. Breathe deeply and reset your internal state. This ensures you maintain control over your subconscious energy field, rather than letting it be dictated by external forces. Night protocol. Subconscious reprogramming for next-day optimization. Your subconscious processes information while you sleep. The final moments before bed determine the mental energy you wake up with. To maximize this process, 1. Conscious mental offloading. Write down any thoughts, concerns, or decisions lingering in your mind. This prevents them from embedding as subconscious stress. 2. Reinforcement of key subconscious inputs. Read or listen to high-value mental programming content before sleep. Avoid low-energy inputs, negative news, social media arguments, passive entertainment. 3. Mental preloading for next-day execution. Before sleeping, mentally rehearse your next-day priorities and optimal mental state. This primes your subconscious to work on solutions overnight, leading to effortless execution the next morning. When you control what enters and exits your subconscious daily, you eliminate mental noise, optimize cognitive energy, and ensure consistent performance. Step 2. Long-term subconscious conditioning strategies. Short-term optimization is not enough. You need a structure for sustained subconscious mastery. Weekly mental energy calibration. Once a week, perform an in-depth subconscious audit to reinforce progress and eliminate hidden mental drains. 1. Identify energy leaks. What thoughts, interactions, or inputs drained the most mental energy this week? How can you adjust your environment or routines to prevent this? 2. Refine mental programming inputs. What new beliefs, mental models, or skills have you reinforced? What outdated subconscious patterns still need rewiring? 3. Reset and realign for the next week. Set a single key focus for the upcoming week that strengthens subconscious optimization. This ensures you continuously upgrade your mental energy field, preventing stagnation or subconscious sabotage. The 30-day Subconscious Energy Field Expansion Protocol. Every 30 days, push beyond your current subconscious baseline by implementing a structured upgrade cycle. 1. Eliminate one energy-draining habit. Remove a subconscious drain, negative news, toxic interactions, passive consumption. 2. Introduce one high-impact mental upgrade. Add a new subconscious enhancement technique, neural rewiring exercises, deep focus training, advanced visualization. 3. Audit and refine personal mental energy patterns. Review subconscious triggers, decision-making efficiency, and cognitive clarity improvements. By consistently expanding your subconscious field, you ensure continuous growth, making mental optimization an automatic default state. Step 3. Measuring progress and avoiding pitfalls. Mastery isn't about knowing, it's about measuring and refining. To ensure real progress, track subconscious optimization using these 3 indicators. 1. Energy stability score. On a scale from 1 to 10, how consistent is your mental energy and clarity each day? If it fluctuates, what external influences are affecting it? 2. Subconscious influence awareness. How often do you detect external manipulation before it affects you? Can you immediately recognize and block psychological priming and energy drains? 3. Automatic execution of mental optimization protocols. Do you find yourself naturally applying high-performance subconscious strategies without conscious effort? If not, which areas need reinforcement? By measuring these factors, you prevent subconscious backsliding and refine your energy mastery over time. Even with the best system, there are 3 common subconscious traps that can derail your mental energy mastery. 1. The comfort zone regression. As you gain control, your subconscious will attempt to revert to familiar patterns. Recognize this and double down on structured reinforcement when it happens. 2. Passive exposure to low-energy inputs. If you unconsciously consume negative content or engage in draining interactions, it will corrode your progress. Protect your subconscious firewall relentlessly. 3. Overloading without integration. Too much information without structured execution creates mental clutter. Focus on applying one key optimization at a time before adding more. By staying aware of these pitfalls, you prevent subconscious sabotage and ensure continuous mastery. The next stage, advanced techniques for permanent mastery. With the integration protocol fully implemented, your subconscious energy field becomes unshakable against external manipulation, a perpetual source of clarity, control, and high performance, effortlessly self-sustaining without conscious effort. But there's a final level, advanced techniques for permanent subconscious rewiring. Next, you'll discover how to construct permanent subconscious anchor points, the science behind deep neural rewiring for effortless high-performance states, the hidden key to subconscious energy amplification most people never uncover. This is the final transformation, where your subconscious doesn't just operate at peak performance, it stays there permanently. You've now uncovered the hidden mechanics of subconscious energy fields, not through speculation, but through proven psychological and neurological principles. Most people spend their entire lives being subconsciously controlled by external forces. They wake up exhausted, drained by invisible energy vampires, and make decisions they believe are their own, when in reality, they've been manipulated at a subconscious level. But you're no longer one of them. You now understand how subconscious energy fields shape reality, why external influences secretly dictate mental states, how to take back control through structured subconscious mastery. This knowledge is not just powerful, it's transformative. But there's one final truth most people ignore. Knowing is worthless without action. Right now, you're at a crossroads. You can walk away, consume more content, and forget everything within days. You'll fall back into subconscious patterns, allowing hidden forces to dictate your mind and life. Or you can execute. In this final section, you'll get a clear roadmap for immediate application, so subconscious mastery becomes permanent, not temporary. Step 1. Immediate action plan within 24 hours. If you don't act immediately, your subconscious will revert to its old programming. Here's what to do right now to lock in everything you've learned. 1. Perform the 3-minute mental energy test. Take 3 minutes to analyze your current subconscious energy field. What thoughts are draining your mental energy? What external influences have shaped your state today without you realizing it? Simply recognizing these forces puts you ahead of 99% of people. 2. Execute the subconscious energy field reset. Perform the morning ritual tomorrow, control your first thought, prime your subconscious, and eliminate low-energy inputs. This alone will immediately shift your subconscious baseline. 3. Implement the 1-week mental firewall challenge. For the next 7 days, apply the mental energy filtering technique. Eliminate all low-energy influences, negative media, passive consumption, draining social interactions. Replace them with high-energy subconscious inputs, strategic thinking, controlled information exposure, mental clarity techniques. After 1 week, your subconscious energy field will feel completely different. Step 2. Long-term mastery strategy. Short-term action is critical, but real subconscious transformation requires long-term conditioning. 1. Establish your personal subconscious optimization system. Use the integration protocol to lock in subconscious mastery as a permanent state. Apply daily, weekly, and monthly recalibrations to ensure continuous subconscious expansion. 2. Upgrade your mental energy framework every 30 days. Every month, refine your subconscious programming techniques by eliminating one mental energy drain, implementing one new high-impact subconscious technique, performing a deep subconscious audit. This prevents subconscious stagnation and ensures lifelong high-performance mental states. 3. Build an inner circle of subconscious masters. Surround yourself with people who reinforce high subconscious energy states. If your environment is filled with low-energy thinkers, they will pull you back into subconscious complacency. Find a network of high performers committed to subconscious mastery. Subconscious energy fields are contagious. You either get pulled down or you rise higher. Step 3. Unlocking the final level. Right now, you've gained more subconscious control than 99% of people. But there's a final stage, one that only elite performers, psychological strategists, and master persuaders ever reach. This is where subconscious influence shifts from defense to offense. In this next phase, you'll learn the advanced neural rewiring techniques that create subconscious dominance, how to construct subconscious anchor points for unbreakable mental resilience, the hidden mechanism behind effortless success, and how to embed it permanently into your subconscious. Most people never reach this level. They stop at knowledge, never crossing into true subconscious command. But for those who take the next step, everything changes. If you're ready for the final stage of subconscious mastery, stay connected, because what's coming next will unlock a level of control most people can't even comprehend. This is where the real transformation begins. If you've made it this far, one thing is clear: you're different from the majority. Most people won't even attempt to master their subconscious energy field. They'll stay stuck, reacting to external forces, unaware of the hidden manipulations shaping their reality. But you've seen behind the curtain. Now it's your choice. 1. Apply the strategies right now, reset your subconscious, execute the daily optimization ritual, and take control permanently. 2. Take the next step, uncover the final subconscious command techniques that separate high-level strategists from everyone else. You now hold the blueprint. What you do next will determine everything.